This issue of children growing up too fast matters. Today, I will identify 3 weaknesses of the 3 most common myths we hear about as in the means of hurting children. The 3 most common myths that are posed when discussing the swift stage of childhood and hurting children is that extracurricular activities are healthy, hurting children make successful adults, and the hurting children establish independency and make them more responsible. Myths. These statements are indeed misconceptions about children growing up too fast, and in this speech, I will provide the true facts about children growing up too fast and why these myths are in fact myths. Our first myth on the subject of children growing up too fast is belief that extracurricular sports are generally healthy for children due to increasing activity. It also gives children something positive to be involved in. If children don't participate in activities, they'll feel left behind. This is a weak opposition because according to the NCPA, the actual facts behind this claim states that it is unhealthy to be involved in many extracurricular activities. Taking on this responsibility creates an exhausted child. Children's schedules are such that they are living with a lot of stress. Parents are expecting kids to have responsibilities that adults should have. For instance, balancing their time of school, homework, and after-school activities. And on top of that, competitive sports is a lot for a child to take on. In this case, to live these hectic schedules, to multitask, and to prioritize time, and to be efficient in the use of time, children should not have to have so many responsibilities that they're always exhausted. The next common myth that is believed by people is that hurting children will at least make them more successful adults. This is to say that children will be smarter, gain knowledge, and will ultimately be more successful. This is false, according to Taylor in the article on Psychology Today. The irony is that intellectual achievement is not going to make kids successful today and should not be the motive. In the service economy, it's interpersonal skills that are most needed. But today, there's much more concern with children's intellectual development rather than the emotional and social development. And even more, children will earn success at their own rate. Lastly, the myth stating that children that are growing up too fast, it says that they will gain independency, make responsible adults, and build confidence sooner than the children that aren't hurried to grow up. Children can build that confidence in themselves as capable, independent individuals by taking on chores and tasks that may be challenging. Weakness lies in this myth because according to NCPA research showed that the way you made a resilient, healthy, independent human being was to nurture. And they emerged when they were strong in themselves. Nurturing your child should get them on the path to becoming independent. Forcing your child to become independent leads to stress. Children don't find joy or positive reinforcement in activities. These skills are meant to come later. All in all, the research that I have completed on this public issue of children growing up too fast shows that these oppositional myths are in fact fallacies. The fact that have been proven by these valid sources state that these misconceptions create stressed children. Children who are rushed to grow up before they are ready or who have too many adult level pressures put on them may develop stress-related health problems such as nervousness, hyperactivity, eating and sleeping disorders, headaches, and stomach problems. Expecting or imposing too much too soon can affect the child's psychological, emotional, and social development, which leads to the child to become unable to cope healthily with difficulties, stresses, and challenges presented upon them. It is beyond their intuitive skills. This causes unnecessary distress to the child. Stress is nothing to be taken lightly, especially in children. This is why this issue matters, because it is affecting children heavily. Our ideas of hurting a child as being a positive thing and having good effects are certainly misconceptions. In light of all these truths I have provided in place of fallacies, I hope you understand why this issue of children growing up too fast matters.